Hi guys, I'm 27 years old and I feel lost. And here's why I feel lost in life. I had a job and I was very comfortable at that job. I worked at a retail sneaker store. It was Adidas, and I worked there for about 2.5 years, almost going on to 3 years. And I was very comfortable at that job until things started going wrong. And everything was good. I was working 30 hours a week, 35 hours a week if needed, and I was making good money every single week. And now, all of a sudden, Kanye West decided to have his big mouth say things. His freedom of speech ended up getting his contract terminated. So, with his contract being terminated, that means that Adidas' main sales was Yeezys. So, therefore, since his contract got terminated, therefore, my hours got at least cut in half from 30 to 15. And it just happens. Life happens. You can't say anything about it, but I was there for quite some time. I knew all the employees there. They were good people. They cared for you and you cared for them. And the only problem with that job was it paid too low. And they cut hours so bad that I had to leave because I was only getting around 12 hours per week and I was getting around $17 an hour. And that was like maybe only 120 a week I was getting paid. So the supervisor, who is the store manager, she told me that, hey, I am not sure when we're going to get hours again. So, therefore, if you want to find another job, you can do that. But we don't know what's going to happen. So, you do as you please. And she was cool with it. And I said I was cool with that too. So, I started looking for jobs. And I ended up finding a job at the airport, John F. Kennedy in New York. So, I got into that job, I got hired, and the moment that I got hired and I knew that I was in that job, I put in my 2 weeks at Adidas. And as soon as I started to put my 2 weeks in, that's when she started giving me hours again. And I was like, nah, it's okay. She wanted me to stay and just do two jobs, but I was like, I knew I was gonna be way too tired to do two jobs, and I kind of wish I would have accepted that offer back then. But everything happens for a reason, so you can't go back in time anyway. So I ended up getting hired at this new job, yeah, as a bag room agent, as in you basically load up all the bags into one cart, and one cart goes into the plane, and then the plane leaves off with the luggages that's inside the cart. That's what I ended up doing. So I ended up staying at the job for about 8 months, and it was a good job. It was okay. There was multiple downsides of the jobs. I was always stressed out because sometimes the workload was too heavy and it was too much on me, but I still stuck through because I was getting paid way more from this job instead of Adidas. So I was like, I'm getting paid $600 a week. By Adidas, I was getting paid way less. The most I would get maybe was 350 at the time to 400 and every week, but I just couldn't stay at Adidas anymore because retail was too much. Like, it was too much to handle. So I decided to get off my comfort zone out of retail and to go into a union job, which was putting bags in a cart. You didn't have to deal with customer service. You didn't have to deal with people. The only thing you had to deal with was putting luggages in a cart. That's all I had to do. So I started working there for 8 months and everything was going well. And it's just everything went downhill from there for after the 3 months. As in, my schedule was 8 to 4, and 3 months I'm on probation, so I should keep my same schedule. They ended up changing my schedule from 8 to 4 to 12 to 8:30, and I didn't understand why they would do that because I'm still on probation, but they changed it. So I ended up speaking to the manager. They let me slide until 3 months. I guess that's what they said. Another manager told me to keep your schedule until some other higher up manager says something. So one day, this one lady ends up telling the other higher up manager that my schedule is wrong and why am I not doing the right schedule. So I ended up being called into the office to talk about my schedule, and they told me that you cannot do your 8 to 4 schedule anymore. You have to do your 12 to 8:30. But the new shift change is supposed to happen in about 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know why she didn't just let me, rock with the 8 to 4 that I had because it was a better schedule for me because I get home a lot sooner than 8:30. I still have the rest of my day to relax and enjoy my day with my family. But that had to come to an end because some lady want to give an attitude at me for no reason. She gives an attitude to everybody who works there. I don't know what's her issue, but hey, life happens. So I ended up doing the 12 to 8:30, so on and so forth. And then now the new schedule changes. So this is how I ended up getting fired at my job. So basically, I had to pick the schedule. It was There was no morning shifts left by the time they called my name up to get my new schedule, and the earliest schedule they had was 2 to 10:30 p.m. And I picked that schedule because it was very comfortable for me. I can just push my schedule back 2 hours after 12. So 2 to 10:30 I still get home at a decent time. It's very good for my safety. And then they call me into the office again after I done picked the schedule. They tell me that somebody else has more exclusive access to this shift. So therefore they ended up taking the 2 to 10:30 from me, and they ended up saying, "Hey, this is not your schedule. You have to pick between these schedules." So now the only schedules that they had left was 4:30 p.m. to some later shift, 4:30 p.m. to 12:30 next day. Then they had 5 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. Then they had a 6 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. overnight next morning. And I knew in my mind that I didn't want to do either schedules, but that's all they had left. So I picked the 4:30 to 12:30, and I had two decisions. I either had to quit the job because I couldn't do it, or talk to the manager and see if there is anything that they can do to help me with my schedule. So asked one supervisor saying, "Hey, is there anything that they could do about my schedule since I have a late schedule?" The guy said, "Don't even bother talk to the supervisor. He's not going to be able to do anything for you." So I'm like, okay. So then I go up to the higher up supervisor, and he looks at me dead in the face. He goes, "Well, that's all we have." And he had a look on him like he did not care. He did not care whether it worked out or not. He didn't give me no option. He said, "It's either you do that schedule or you don't do it at all." And he did not care. So I said, "Okay." And then I left the conversation, and that was it. So I ended up putting my 2 weeks in, and my last day was November 13th because had I, just leave, then I would not be able to come back just in case. So I put in my 2 weeks so that I can be rehired just in case, because you never know what happens in life. So at least I have a job to go back to just in case. But that right there made me realize that I have to become an entrepreneur because no company cares about you or your life. It does not matter. They only want things on their terms. If it's not on their terms, then they don't care. And the main reason why I wanted to quit because there was a situation at my job at the airport where somebody literally died at work. Like nobody came to aid this guy. He passed out on the floor and he probably had a heart attack, something like that, because he was overworking himself. And like that really scared me because when I was working with that same person, he was fine. He was walking around, moving around like a normal, doing his job. And next thing you know, he's outside, passed out on the floor. CPR. The cops trying to do CPR on him. He's not breathing. They're pumping air into his chest, pumping air into his mouth. He's not breathing. And he ended up, leaving the earth right then and there. And people did not care. There were people there that were laughing at him. Jamaicans were laughing at him. Oh, why he dead? Blah blah blah. And it's just like, man. So I just realized that no company cares for you at all. They don't. They just care about making their money and that's it. So that's why it's like me, I feel lost at a young age. I'm 27 years old and I feel lost in life because it's like I don't want to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life just to make money. And, you know, just because I don't make money here, then I can't pay my bills. I can't do anything. But I would rather chase my dreams and have some passion in my dreams to the point where my life can now be fulfilled and I'm not stressed out and I'm not miserable and I'm not depressed. I don't have to buy things to make me happy when I get paid for my job that I hate, because that's what I was doing. I was so stressed out. I was buying things to make me happy, and I hated doing that because I ended up broke, and I ended up still being stuck in that cycle, even worse now. So I feel like if you have a passion, sell your talent for money in exchange to solve a solution so that you can make money instead of you selling your time, because these companies are not going to pay you. Like, we are overworked and underpaid. Like, the job that I was doing was easily, I could have gotten paid $22 an hour weekly. That could have been enough to just pay bills and still have a little bit left over. But jobs pay you just enough to want you to stay there, but not more than so that you get lazy. They pay you just enough. You pay your bills and then you have nothing left over for yourself. You're always in survival mode. When I was working that job, I was always broke. Every single paycheck, my paycheck was gone. I probably had like maybe $200 left out of the 600 that I was getting. I ended up cutting my hours from 40 hours a week to 35 because I was so exhausted, because I was creating content and working at the same time, because I knew if I created content that if it would blow up, then I wouldn't have to work a job no more. But I feel lost in life because it's like I had to really get close with God, because if I didn't get close with God, then I would probably lose myself, because God is the only thing that's keeping me up, in a great spirit, because I was always working paycheck to paycheck, and it's like it's been almost a month since I haven't had a paycheck, and it's like I know the bills are piling up, but like, overdrawn bank account, bills are piling up, I can't pay. I only have $20 left in my name, and it's like I'm still posting up content because this is all I have. It's like I would rather press record than punch the clock, because if I punch the clock, I'm only gonna get a certain amount of money, and I know I'm gonna get $20 or whatever minimum wage is. And it's like, oh, I could always get a minimum wage job and get like a seasonal job for the holidays, because I got left in November 13th. I was thinking of, oh, I get a job. It's going to be seasonal, so it's like I'm not gonna go and waste my time get a seasonal job when they're only gonna keep me until January. By the time January comes, they're gonna just let me go. So it's like, what's the point of me, getting me a seasonal job and they're just gonna let me go? So therefore, I just said, let me just stay home for a month and just take content creation seriously. And that's why I've been posting content creation like every single day. I try and discipline myself to post either on my podcast or on my YouTube channel. I post every single day, whether it's quantity over quality, because I don't know what quality content is, because I barely get views on most of my videos anyway. So it's like I just record what's on my mind, because I want to be able to look straight into the camera and show my real self. But yeah, I feel lost. But it's like every time I'm chasing my dreams, I feel as if I'm finding myself every single day, because I feel happiness all the time when I'm chasing my dreams. I'm never sad when I'm chasing my dreams. The only problem is my dreams does not pay me to pay my bills. If my dreams paid me for my bills, I would cry. Like, literally, because it's like I want to be able to stay at home and work from home and not have to leave my house. Cause look, I don't have a car, and getting a car is gonna be two more extra bills that I have to go pay that I'm not gonna have money for. So minimum wage is too low, and the work is unfulfilling. And it's like chasing your dreams. It's like you get fulfilled, but there is no pay. You just have to keep building your catalog and just keep on working until you get more viewers, you get more subscribers, you get more, money, because it's hard. Like YouTube, you need 4,000 watch hours in order to make one penny. So you have to keep on uploading videos every single day. Like, people think like, because once you hit 1 year, if you don't hit the 4,000, it's not going to count anymore. You're just going to waste all that progress that you made. I felt like getting 1,000 subs was the hardest part, because once I started talking about Bible videos, like, the channel took off. I was doing motivational videos at first, but motivational videos, some videos would hit, some videos would miss, but most of them missed. But I found myself chasing views because of my situation. Because I felt like if I can make money on YouTube, I kept on seeing videos about, oh, YouTube is on easy mode. Oh, just upload, copy and paste people. And that's what got me so upset, because it's like everybody's talking about YouTube is so easy, but YouTube is not easy. You have to upload every single day quality content. Like, you cannot skip out on any day. Like, you gotta post and gotta make mistakes and just keep on going. Like, but I feel like when I was doing motivational speaking, like I really motivated people at my job, and like, and that's why I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. But it's like I just want to get paid, like because of my dire need of situation, like. But it's like I know God got me, and that's why I am a little mentally stressed about money, but I'm not really too worried because I still have food over. I still have food I can eat. I still have my head, a roof over my head, so I still have my parents to take care of me. But I don't want to have them take care of me all the time. So it's like that's why I want to get a job. But it's like I don't want to get a job that's unfulfilling. Like I want to get a job that's fulfilling. Like you know, if I could just make like maybe $300 to $1,000 a month off of YouTube, I'll be good. I don't have to ball out now, but as long as it's enough to just show that it's possible, that you can chase your dreams and make money and be happy, that's the best part. You know, I was always miserable at my job, always saying, oh, I would rush the clock for it to hurry up. Sometimes I would leave early. That's how miserable I was. I would leave out early. Like, I couldn't do it. I was doing 35 hours a week. My check would go down and down and down. You know, I didn't want to quit because that was the only job that paid me. So, and I ended up leaving this job with no backup plan, no savings account. I mean, I had a little savings account, but it only lasted like 2 weeks, So that's why I'm saying people don't even have savings. They don't have savings. So that's why people are telling you to always get another job before you leave one job because people don't have a savings account. And that's why people stay at these jobs that they hate because they don't know when they're going to get a new job or new better job. So they just stay at the job that they hate. And it's just like I hated doing that. Like I don't want to be in the rat race. Like tired of it. Like I want to have my own life. I want to have money and time freedom to be able to do what I want. You know what I'm saying? Travel the world and stuff. But I enjoyed doing my podcast. I enjoyed doing content creation. I enjoy playing video games. Like, but it just doesn't pay. But it's just like jobs nowadays. They treat you like slaves. Like they treat you just like you're a number. Like they don't care about you. Like they don't want to see you survive. They don't want to see you thrive. It's like the managers, they see you working hard, but they don't even acknowledge the hard work that you're doing. They don't even say good job anymore. Like you'd be rare if you do a good job and a manager says, "Hey, you're doing a good job. Like keep it up." That really encourages you as an employee to actually do a better job than you actually were doing. But these supervisors don't care because they get paid so much more than you and they just don't care. They just work for the money. And it's like I don't miss the job at all. I just miss getting paid every week. And that's the only thing I was gonna miss when I was leaving. But it's like when I told everybody I was leaving, they was like, "Oh, you should get another job before you leave." That's what everybody else is gonna tell you because it's scary out there. But yeah, Amazon is not even hiring right now. So it's like, what am I supposed to? It's the holiday season. Amazon is not even hiring, and there are people going on strike. It's like it's crazy, man. But it's just like, yeah, I feel lost in life. Like I'm 27 years old. I just hope life gets better. I don't know what blessing is going to come out of this struggle, but I just hope that, it inspires somebody to at least get up and chase their dream and just keep doing something that they always wanted to do because it's never too late to just start. You don't have to be perfect to start, but you have to start to be perfect. And, you know, chasing your dreams is the best feeling that I've ever had in my life. I never had such a better feeling. Like when I sell a product that I've created, I get ecstatic. I get excited. Like I even stopped getting happy for paydays anymore because every time I got paid, it was like the money would go straight to a bill. So that's why it's like there was no point of me getting excited for a paycheck. Like I hated it. I just want to be fulfilled in life. I don't want to be empty. And I felt empty for the longest. And I just want to get out of bad habits and just, you know, like have a new version of myself. Like 2025, I'm going to be the best version of myself. And I kid you not, it's going to be from this video. I'm going to look back at it and be like, wow, I was going through all this. And now I know exactly why. But I hope you liked this video. I know this was a long video, 20 minutes. But all you got to do to support me is to please like this video, subscribe, send this to a friend, comment what you think about this video. If it's a good video, leave it in the comments. If it's a bad video, also leave it in the comments. Yeah, subscribe to this video and thank you for watching. And I truly appreciate you if you subscribe to this video because it helps a bunch. And the goal is to get monetized. So if you can make that happen, thank you. You can also join my Patreon, TYRG Real Gamer. It should be in the links in the description, my YouTube bio. But thank you and have a good one. Let's go. Thank you.